Hi everyone, welcome. It's Antoinette and Carson. Welcome to Antoinette's Italian Kitchen, and now it is our Italian kitchen.
I'm seeing Antoinette and Carson's Italian/Amish kitchen.
Oh, I love it.
Because I'm bringing the Pennsylvania Dutch flair today.
I love it that we are putting our cultures together.
Right, yeah.
The traditions.
You got your culture in my peanut butter. You got your peanut butter in my culture.
Oh, I love it.
It's like a Kit Kat bar or something.
I love it. And I'm so excited that you're sharing your mom's recipe with all of us today.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Let's get started because I'm excited about this recipe.
And I'm a super fan, so thank you for letting me be in your kitchen.
Me. Thank you so much. I'm a super fan of you.
Stop. But what I love about you is that you are so passionate about preserving family recipes because it's not just about the food, it's about the process.
The feeling.
It's about the memories. And as our older generations pass on, this is what we have to remember, all those great moments. So this is, I thought it'd be perfect to teach you today. I can't believe I'm teaching Antoinette how to make something.
I love to.
Because she's the genius here. But I am from outside of Allentown, Pennsylvania, New Jersey adjacent, so we're practically related.
Yes.
But my part of Pennsylvania is full of Pennsylvania Germans. And a lot of people know what Pennsylvania Dutch is, and they made amazing food, and you saw the hex signs and the red barns, but they're really Germans. Pennsylvania Dutch is really Pennsylvania Deutsch, which is Pennsylvania German.
It's just so hearty, your food.
Yeah.
It's so comforting.
It's
like full of love and feeling.
Yes, it is comforting, rustic, simple farm food.
Earthy farm food.
And you had to make it with whatever you had on your farm.
Love that.
I grew up, my mom was born on our family farm in 1938. So they were doing farm to table before farm to table was a thing. That was just how you lived. And Pennsylvania Dutch food is very much done in that style, even still today. So this is a long time recipe. It's called Pennsylvania Dutch potato filling. And people don't normally know what that is, but it's kind of a very hearty, rustic mashed potatoes. We have this, but they're jacked up, these mashed potatoes, okay? And we have these at every holiday, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Every big family spread always has Pennsylvania Dutch potato filling. And it's actually quite easy to make. So, shall we?
Yes, let's get started.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch food, we love our butter. So we're going to put about a tablespoon or even a little bit more of butter just into the pan. It's on medium heat. And we'll let that just get all nice and melty. And then the base of this is, I don't know, like in French or something, they call it like the mirepoix, which is like the celery, onions, and carrot. Well, we're going to do, and I never even really measured this, but it's about a cup or a little more of just chopped onions. And we just do a simple white onion, nothing fancy here. And you're going to saute that just until it gets tender. I don't really like when it's brown. We just want it to be nice and soft. Yeah. And then this is a mix of just chopped parsley, about a half a cup to a cup. And chopped celery.
I noticed that the parsley and the celery, you wanted the leaves in there as well.
Yeah, I put the celery leaves in because it's almost like a cousin of parsley.
Yeah, let me give you some parsley.
And I can put some more. Oh, were those just the celery leaves?
Celery, yep.
Okay,
and
great.
Some parsley. I don't know if you want a scissor or a knife, whatever you prefer.
You know what? I do the knife.
Yeah.
When I see that, everybody's doing the scissor.
I know.
But I'm just going to give it a rough chop.
My father used to put parsley in everything.
Oh, it's so good for you.
So hearty.
And I just grow that in my garden and always have it around. So just about a cup of celery as well. Almost an even amount of celery, onion, and parsley.
Very nice.
And then I just kind of let that all I'm just going to use a regular old spoon.
So this was on your holiday, like every holiday or Christmas table?
Every single holiday.
Easter, that's wonderful.
Easter, or if you had like a birthday. Anytime there was a big family gathering, I'm going to add a little.
Special treat.
Yeah, this was not something my mom made. We would never, ever, ever have this like with meatloaf for like a dinner, like just a normal weekday dinner.
She kept it special.
It was for special occasions.
And you know what it did? It kept a special memory in your heart.
Yeah,
and that's what it does.
It is always going to be associated with like Christmas and Thanksgiving. and
nice.
Easter for me.
It smells so good.
And I am now the one in my family. My mom she's 86. She made
bless her.
Thanksgiving dinner this year. But now we all kind of have a job. So my job is to make the potato filling.
Did you tell me once, I remember when we had lunch a couple weeks ago, did you
Right.
tell me that your mom still rides the tractor?
My mom is 86 and she loves to mow her lawn. And she has a 1.5 or 2 acre lawn. And she has a green John Deere
And she wears
tractor.
her jewelry?
And she mows
I
the
love
lawn
her.
and she wears a scarf so her hairdo doesn't get messed up. And she usually has Chanel earrings on.
Oh, I love it.
So that's
I
how
love
my
it.
mom rolls. You
And
would
I
love
remember
her.
that story. You told it to me. And that will
Yes.
stay with me forever.
So now you can
Look how
see
nice that looks.
this is getting nice and soft. And like I said, I don't like when it's brown. I don't want that caramelization. I just want everything to be nice and tender.
Tender.
Because the idea of this dish, it's like one of those, warm hug dishes where there's nothing too like crunchy or brown and it's just
Hearty, savory.
a blended mashed potato. So we get that nice and soft. And then while that's finishing up, I'm going to give you the other ingredient. So it's a mashed potato base. So you just cook your mashed potatoes like you normally would. You can use yellow potatoes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I microwave russet potatoes and then I peel them and fluff them up and make mash out of that. But you just have your mashed potatoes. I think I said, was it 2 pounds on the recipe?
2 cups.
Okay.
And some milk. I remember the recipe.
Right. So you have your mashed
2 cups,
potatoes.
Yep, 2 cups of mashed potato. 2 cups of the white bread in
Right.
chunks.
So this is the really weird secret ingredient. This is just some white bread. And I think they would use like old, like maybe day-old bread or bread they were trying to get rid
So
of.
that's why you toasted it.
So I toasted it to give it a
Very
little
nice.
bit more of a crust and a
Crunchy
crunch so it
crust.
doesn't break down too much when we put it into the mashed potatoes. And I just cube this and it's almost like I do like crouton sizes.
Yeah, very
okay?
nice. This
And
was a
then
good idea.
It just, some recipes, this is really from Eastern Pennsylvania, from Berks County, from Lancaster County. Some recipes will not say to toast it, but I've been making this recipe at least for 10 years on my own now.
Oh my God.
And I have added little tips and tricks into my own, which is what you do.
Yes.
Like sometimes you realize like, oh, I don't like the bread mushy.
You change as
so
you go.
I'm going to toast it. And then here's another little trick. So we've got our cubed toasted white bread. It can be white. It could be sourdough.
Potato bread.
Potato bread, which is what we used. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of milk.
Very nice.
And that just lets the bread soften a little bit.
Very good.
Because I want to add milk to these mashed potatoes to make them super, well, adds to richness, but it also makes them a little bit fluffier and lighter.
Yes.
Because we're going to bake all of this, and it's going to almost make like a potato souffle.
How long do we bake it?
350 for about 45 minutes.
Perfect. And I noticed that you had told me at the end you like to broil it for a few minutes to brown it.
I do. I put a pat of butter on the top. And in a buttered casserole dish, I browned it.
2 quart.
2 quart. And I bake it for 45 minutes. Maybe the last 2 or 3 minutes do the broiler. And that gives a really beautiful browned crust.
I have to tell you, I can't wait to make this for Christmas Day.
Oh,
Christmas
please.
Day
I would be
dinner.
honored.
And I'm going to think of you.
I
and your
also
mom.
sometimes, I don't know if the Pennsylvania Dutch really like had pepper mills or used cracked pepper, but while this is sauteing, I add a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. And that's just, I don't know, it's the seasoning in layers kind of
Yes,
thing.
Yes.
And
It smells so good, Carson.
we're,
I can't believe that we're doing this together here.
I know, it's so
And
fun.
Making your mom's recipe.
Now, what you
Like-
can also do, this is a very Berks County thing, you can add some flakes of saffron. I just add it actually to the milk mixture, 2 or 3. These are like expensive and rare, so you only need 2 or 3 flakes. And it kind of gives the filling a beautiful yellow color.
does.
It doesn't really
Yeah, it gives it a little color.
alter the flavor profile,
Right.
but it gives it a rich golden color.
How nice
So
that is.
now you've got all of your saute, and it's as simple as folding it into the existing mashed potatoes. So I usually do this first. So you can see you're getting a really
Looks so good.
Fortified mashed potato. And then I just blend that in. You're also getting a lot of nice green, and it's just beautiful. And we'll have the website, we'll have the recipe on your website, right?
Yes. It'll be listed below when we post it.
Because
Absolutely.
you might want to add, I'm going to actually add just a little bit of salt and pepper to taste.
So good.
Just like you would do with your own mashed potatoes at home.
It smells so herby. Is that the right question?
Yeah, it's herbaceous and
herbaceous.
earthy. And this was usually a thing you would probably make for fall holidays.
Yeah.
So you had the onions on the farm and you had the parsley.
It just makes me feel good. It makes me feel strong. It's just
hearty.
hearty.
Yeah.
Hearty.
We feel like hearty farm women
farm
now.
people.
Ready to go. In Italy, you would go out and you would stomp some grapes.
I would stomp the grapes.
We would go pick some potatoes.
Why not?
Now I'm going to add that milk and cubed bread mixture. Again, just throw that in there. And that milk is going to give you that liquid that you want.
Yep.
And it looks a little runnier than you think you would want in a mashed potato. But it's actually okay because we're going to bake it.
Good.
And that runniness is going to bake out and it's going to give it nice airiness.
Delicious.
Some people, and this is a family recipe, a cultural recipe, people do their own versions. Some people put an egg in here as well. Gives you a little more richness, a little bit more golden color. You don't need to do that. We're not going to do that today.
It's up to you.
You know what? Let's grab an egg and then we'll taste the difference and see if you like the egg version better.
Do it.
But now you can really just see you've got this, fortified mashed potatoes.
Let's do it.
And then I just put an egg in there just to make it even richer, because we would have eggs on the farm.
Yeah, why not?
You have to come to my farm sometime
I can't wait.
It's not that far from New Jersey.
The horses are beautiful.
Thank you.
They are gorgeous. How many do you have?
I try not to count, but I think I have 7.
Wow.
And I think we have 25 on the farm.
Wow.
Because my sister has a bunch and I have a bunch.
That's fantastic.
And now that's exactly how you want it to look. And then we're going to put it in this. I just buttered a casserole dish to a quart. And that just helps it from getting too crusty or sticking to the dish. And you're going to put that in here. And we've got that egg folded in, the milk folded
scrumptious,
in.
Delicious.
Okay.
I can smell the herbs. It smells so good.
Yeah, it's just like a very herby mashed potato. You could put a pat of butter on here, which I think I will. I like that your butter is nice and soft. And then we just do that. And then maybe a scrunch on the top. And then you're going to bake this 350 for 45 minutes. And then you don't even have to cover it. It'll be fine. And then the last 5 minutes, like we said, we're going to put it under the broiler. And then we have a finished one here. And you can see what it looks like. And voila. So some of those bread pieces are getting extra brown from the broiler. That butter's coming up through.
We're going to taste it.
And it's
How
just
about that?
like a really yummy potato
Can we
casserole.
taste it?
Yes, please.
Oh my God.
Let's see how I did. And the saffron is in this one, so you can see that color.
How moist, how delicious.
It's rich.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, it's so good.
It's very good.
Will you thank your mom for this recipe? It's so savory. Just tastes
satisfying.
Pungent. It's satisfying. It's like hearty. It's so good. I
Thank
can't stop.
you. I know. This is a
my
great
God.
side dish for
dish,
any holiday.
Amazing. Thank you so much for this recipe.
You
Thank
are
your
so
mom.
welcome.
Thank you for coming to my
Of
home.
course.
I can't even tell you.
Anytime.
It's now our kitchen.
Exactly.
It's Antoinette and Carson's kitchen, and I'm so grateful that you.
We're going to have to change the sign.
Yeah, we're going to
Okay.
get another sign.
I'll send you one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Mwah.
I appreciate it.